Davey. This is my YouTube channel, MD Model Works. A lot of people would have met me, seen me, talked to me at Telford Model Show. For the last 5 years I've been going there with the L-Clad crew, and I would have liked to have gone this year, but obviously with what's going on, I very much doubt it's going to happen. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to revive this YouTube channel. Hopefully I have a plan to go forward. I changed jobs about 2.5 years ago, which meant evenings to me now are about 2 hours long before I have to go to bed to get up ready for the next morning. So I don't get the chance to make models in the evening anymore. So what I've decided to do, I'm going to build at weekends, and that gives me, I'll video everything that I build, but what that does, that then gives me all week, Monday through Thursday, to do the video editing, and then to upload the videos to YouTube on a Friday evening, once a week. That's the plan. I'm not saying it's going to be 100% to work to that, but hopefully that's what's going to happen. I did neglect the channel a little, simply because of work issues and a bit of less lack of confidence, I suppose. But we're back, and we're going to get on. Like I said, they're going to be full builds. They're going to be kept for about 20 minutes long per part. They say everybody gets bored after 10 minutes. I can't do it in 10 minutes. A 172 aircraft, Spitfire for instance, would probably be 150 parts long. That's no good. So I'm going to try and do 20 minutes. There'll be full builds, as I said. We're going to start everything over again. I've increased, hopefully, in skill over the last 2.5 years. I have still been building. Just for instance, we did the 132nd Tamiya Corsair, which I would like to run a video build, but I just didn't have the time. I'm going to start off with a 132nd aircraft yet again, and it's going to be this little one. Oh, can you see that? The Revell 132nd Bf110 Messerschmitt C3 C7. Now there is a review on this channel now. I was astounded. I think I'm going back, I haven't watched the video again. I need to watch it before I start on the build, but I haven't watched it. But I believe, well, I know it's a Dragon, it's an ex-Dragon kit, and when I did the review I remarked on how much detail was involved in this kit. It is a fantastic kit. I've not seen anyone build it. Well, there probably have been lots of people build it. It's, like I said, extremely detailed. We're going to find, when I get the camera above us, we'll look across the instruction manual and I'll decide there and then which version to do. I haven't even looked to get in the box again yet. It's now, what is it, 25 to 4 on Saturday the 23rd of June. So with the pandemic that's going on around the world at the moment, nobody's going out anywhere, so us modelers are happy. But that's what we're going to do. Like I said, you're going to have full builds. There's hopefully be at least 1 or 2 parts per week to upload on my channel. I hope you're going to join me, and thanks for being patient. So let's get it started. Here we go. Okay, so as I just said, we'll decide which one we're going to do. Whether it's the C7 or the C2 or 3, which one it is. Sorry, not very good, I know, but hey ho, it's a C2 or a C7. The Bumblebee is the one that everybody seems to do. Now, yeah, it's pretty, and you know, it looks the business. Personally, it's not my favourite aircraft, but we could still come back to that one. There's the same aircraft, other side. These are all the decal placements. And then we come on to a C-2. The Bumblebee was a C-7. Now, I'm looking here now, and that's a very plain version. Plain, get it? I still like it, but that's the choice we have. Bumblebee or this one. Now, personally, as I said, Bumblebee to me, everybody does. It's very bright, very colourful, looks lovely. But we're going to go for the C-2 version. I personally love the camouflage, the greens, with the RLM 65 underneath, which I believe is Hellblau. Pale blue, isn't it? The German name for it is Hellblau. I was right. We've got everything available in Alclad colours. They're all Alclad actually do 90% of the RLMs which we used during the war. So this is the version we're going to go for. Right, so without further ado, I'll get some bits off the sprue, get them all ready to put together, come back and we're ready to use some glue. They sit, so a little dot of glue on each piece. We get our foot rest or our pedal itself. I know I keep saying foot rest, I don't know why. And just want to see, right, that goes onto that piece. Okay, and again, whoop, that's what happens if you ever stick something together with tomorrow extra thin. Then you'll notice that when you do come to, if you do something wrong, add a little more and she'll come apart. So you don't have to lose your part, just a bit, let it dry first afterwards, and then you can clean it right up. Gently manipulate the part. This is why I do full videos, so if people can tell me a way of making things easier, then I'm all ears. There we go. That is pretty good. So sitting from behind, we'll line her up like so, and then we'll come in with some more glue on the other side, the other rudder pedal, and we'll do again. Come to the back, line her up. So that's your rudder pedals on there, looking nice. Lots of lovely detail in this kit, as I said in the review, and it just gets better. Okay, so then we have part of the seat, or another seat, which we can just about, I'm just trying to work out whether we can get away with putting that on now, or we need to, I'll do it separate. I think we need to work out exactly how it sits though. It'll sit on there like so. Again, test fit is king. And wanted, but not quite yet. Right. Now just checking to see that is facing forward for us. Check the instructions. And that is a forward facing one. Okay. Seems a bit of a faff, but it's worth it. Let's see if we can. Okay. So I'm happy with that. I'll let that dry for a few minutes, then I'll show you what else we'll do with that. Right, so at the rear we have a box of some description, and that sits on in there just like so. So from the rear I'll just put her on there and just drag the brush through. That'll be enough to hold that into place. Then we come up to another part, which is a very detailed instrument panel, probably radios and what have you. This will be done completely separately before it's put together, so that will need to go on probably a cocktail stick up through the hole, just like so, ready to be sprayed and then detail worked. I might do this kit straight out, well I'm going to do it straight out of the box. I'm going to use the decals where it says decals. I'm going to use bits and pieces from just from the box. Obviously there'll be no, I'm not even going to detail paint anything. Well, I will detail paint, but what I mean is the instrument panel I would normally paint, but this time I'm going to do it all straight out of the box and see how we go. Right, we've now got 4 of these, which looks like hexagonal pieces. They are actually ammo boxes. So we have 4 of these to glue together. They are shape oriented, like so. So we'll get our lesser bit of glue, put it down, line it all up, and should sit her there. I'm going to take it out a little bit because I've probably gone off camera a slight amount. That's better. Look good. Right. So I've got to do a few of these. This part will obviously be a lot longer than normal because that's a bit fiddlier. But if you want to see the whole video, the whole kit being built, then this is what I need to do. Right, so again, just touch some glue on, make sure she's flat and flush. I always wondered what these were until I discovered they were actually ammo boxes. There's 4 of these to begin with. I think there's some more further down the line, but we'll get these right first. So there you go, all on and looking good. There's 4 of those. Then we have this little piece. Now this bit is which actually fits into our radio block, like that goes at the bottom, they go at the top like that, like so, and we put our ammo boxes on top. So what we'll do, just put a little bit of glue on, work out which way they face, which is rearward from the full part. Actually quite difficult to tell the orientation of these, but then there's an angle so it makes it easier. Line them up. Secondary part. Don't be silly, Matt. Line them up. Nice and square, like so. Now with this part, because it's got a grab at the end, we use a pair of Holden clippers ready for that to be painted, like so, and detailed up. Right, here we go, we're on part 12 already, so it just shows you, you know, how quick this thing, it doesn't go together that quick, but it goes together reasonably quick. So 8, 9, right, sorry, this is 10, I do apologise. Just looking at the colour of all these, excuse me. Right, so we got these two parts, which are quite heavy blocks. Again, I would imagine these are ammo boxes. Please, I'm not totally au fait with every single aircraft. Most Spitfires, Messerschmitts and 109s are easy. These are not so much for me. But we have a couple of parts to go on to make the ends up. Just looking, just keep checking your reference. For the actual colour inside, it calls out olive drab or olive colour. I'm not 100% certain, so I will check with Mr. Google in a minute and have a look myself. Just put those two bits on. They fit lovely, and put them to one side. No, actually, we need to mount these. These I'm going to mount. Mount them on that, and we can actually mount them on a cocktail stick. Simply because they have a nice hole in the bottom. Right, so come back to this and just put the other side in the place, tuck it in, a little bit of glue on the inside. Now this video is already 30 minutes long. By the time this is finished, we're going to have to cut this down. I won't cut it down, I'll leave it as it is. It's just going to be a full build, so if there's hours and hours and hours of work, that's what it'll be. But at the moment, I'm going to try and cut them into 15-20 minute segments. So building this part will probably be 2 or 3 parts. I'm not going to apologise for it, because I want it correct this time. I'm trying to make things a little bit better for everybody to see and see what I'm doing. This is the rear firewall, which those two parts dig into and go on to. This will fit eventually at the end here, but you can see why I'm not putting it on yet, because those parts will come out and won't be able to spray anything. So again, we'll get a cocktail stick. See, now that cocktail stick is too thin, so we'll get a barbecue stick. Take the glue off, break it down a bit so it's a bit more easier to use. Take off the white tack. Hang on, missed a bit. Just like so, and in we go. Okay, right, now what we got, looking at it, oh, we got another seat, which is this piece, and we have This piece is the back of the radio area. Where does that go? It goes on the end and is fitted so it will be seen all over the place. So what's the fit like? Again, test fitting just to see. This is for the painting purposes. This is for nothing else but painting. I think it'll go on there like so. So I think what I'm actually going to do is glue this on. Looking at this, but I just want to make sure, because it feels a little bit odd. It's actually a side panel to go on to this, which will be in the next part, or 2 parts, however far we go, to make things just that little bit easier. So that's what I'm going to do. That will be glued to the side walls when that's painted, so I'll leave that to one side for a moment. And we have this piece. Now this is the piece that carries the oxygen bottles. Quite simple, ready to go. That just needs to be mounted, and that'll go on to a general cocktail stick. That need to be painted separately. This is actually the gun rack, or one of the gun racks. So I like to put that separately. Now we've got the rear gunner's piece to put on. Now, there we go. And that goes along like that and up like that. Right, okay. So we want a little bit of glue in that hole and around the edges. And put her in. And then we have the actual seat. I just hope I'm not going out of camera. It's very difficult. I need to get a display in front of me so I can see exactly what's going on. That'll happen. We're getting into this now. Whoop, there. Right. With this, I have a serious hernia. So with lockdown, I should have had it done in April. Didn't happen. I've got no complaints. The NHS have got more worry about than my little hernia at the moment. When I do have it done, it's going to mean 6 weeks off work, which to me is hell because I'm at home. But it does mean I can do my models, and I won't be able to do a lot else, to be truthful, for a little while from what I've heard. So clip her on, make sure our part is in place, just touch a little bit of glue on it, just to let it flow in, just to make sure it's got it. And then push it down gently. Right, now this is another little tip. I tend to use these, my wife's a gardener, so I have loads of these lying around. Don't tell her I got them, for goodness sake. These are ideal to act as mountain racks. And all we do, because we know those 2 bottom bits are going to go, where are they going to go? They're actually going to mount and be free. So we can stick those just gently into here where the glue bit goes. And because I only use 8 to 10 psi, it's not going to blow that over. It'll blow it, but it isn't going to blow it away, which is the bonus part. Okay, right, that's going to be parts 1 and 2 for this build, if not 1 and 2 and 3. I said I'm going to keep them small. I'm going to do the best I can and go on like that. Right, so we have lots of parts ready. Sorry about the wife's voice if you heard that. We're gonna get some more parts off the sprue, clean them up, get them ready for the next part of the video, and go from there really. Hopefully we'll come back next time with some more bits ready or glued, and we'll get some paint down. Thanks for watching so far. See you at the flip side.